Hello. I have a pack opening because I had some codes come in from League and from, actually, shit. Yeah, I did put those codes in. Okay. So I had them come in from League and then from Mad Uzuki, who sent me, like, a bulk of them. And then I had a couple of other ones come in and I was like, oh, we'll do some kind of mini, like, non-super-duper opening. I decided to pull from Dark Explorers because there's a little bit more things in that set than I need than, like, Boundaries, because I've already finished Boundaries, and yeah, I haven't pulled Dark in a while. So if I could get like a Darkrai or a Catcher or a Tornadus, that would be cool. I'm not gonna lie, it would be pretty nice.
Ooh, they like fixed the animation.
Yeah, the newest update made holo cards look a little bit different, which I'm not a fan of on the full arts because they put it excessively on the full arts. Like, it's really bad. So far, it's a load of booty. As long as I can get a Darkrai or a Catcher, I feel like I'll be okay with all of this. Don't know if we're going down that path. Some kind of EX will be okay. Most of the EXs in this set I don't really have a lot of at the moment. So that's why we're pulling from here. Okay. Call of Booty Dark Explorers. Wow.
Oh my god.
This is really bad. These are as bad as my commentary on this. Wow. Got another rare candy at least, just to actually be using all of the new ones instead of the old ones. So, hey, that's cool. No. Can we get something cool? I guess not. I saw some kind of tricky deck with that. It's a really quick attacker. And it's got like a guaranteed recycle. I don't know what I'm talking about. Like I'm ever gonna make that deck. Shit. Darklon Aerodactyl. You need to stop this right now. Why does it take a while for that? Oh!
That was me.
That last lagging one, and then it turns out to be a Bisharp. You stop that right now. Oh, shitty Kling Klang. Not like there's a good Kling Klang in this set. Just, it took me so long to get the Shift Gear one, and nobody wants the pull from that set. It was garbage. Come on. What are you doing?
Please.
Can we get something nice? Venusaur's been the only thing I've been like, well, it doesn't suck that much. But in reality, it's not the best. Wow.
Jesus.
Are you serious right now? Now I'm reminded why I didn't fucking pull from this set. Can we...
Dude.
Can I just... Something? I'm like 20 packs in and I haven't gotten anything that's been like, wow, that's awesome. I feel like I'm gonna get a heap section error in a little bit too. Holy shit. At least I'm getting Ultra Balls. I don't know how many of those I had. Holy shit. Are you serious? And then meanwhile, the kid at League buys one Plasma Storm pack and pulls an Articuno EX out of it. Granted, he did not leave the building with it because I traded him for it, but still. Oh. I was like, you are not leaving until you look through my binder and you pick something you want to trade for that because I need those. But yeah, going back to the topic at hand, holy shit, I'm like 25 codes in.
Empoleon.
I got an Empoleon, which is like, I've already got a full play set of those though. Oh my lord. I saw somebody using this though. I feel like it was interesting because he was using special energy, so like Cobalion couldn't discard. I don't know, he just only had the one, and it was just really annoying. I don't know. There we go.
Yay, that's what we need.
Finally got something. Can I get one more in this pack? I mean, I was kind of pulling for this just for Tornadus / Darkrai. Double Slowking. Really?
I've seen like 10 Vaporeons. This is retarded.
Really? Really right now? Oh, there's the heap section error. That was a little sooner than I... Look what I just came back to! Not bad. Not bad at all.
Thank you, Heap Section.
Thank you, Heap Section, for refreshing and giving me something not shitty. So I got 2 full arts.
That's... Yeah, I don't like the full art on that. I don't know.
It's
like,
way too shiny, right?
It looks all... I don't know, you can't really see the art because there's too much shine.
It's a little over the top. Alright, well,
like shine juice.
I've kind of lost the right to Oh, Jesus, look at that. Finish line. 3 EXs in 36 packs. Or 29 packs. All of a sudden, that kind of compensated. How many of these do I have? 3? Okay.
2 of them are full art, so...
Yeah, I think I have an extra.
Okay, whiffing time.
Alright. No, don't talk like that. I don't want to whiff these packs. These are a lot hard. Oh, that's what I like to see.
I should say that next time.
Got a Veerbank and a Zapdos, which is not bad. Veerbanks were kind of hard for us to pull in real life.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay.
It's like...
Zapdos.
Below.
You said this last time. Don't do this.
Oh my god.
The chorus machine. Okay. What am I looking to pull from this set again? That's what I'm looking to pull from this set. All right, not bad. I am liking...
You got me a Cobalion.
I've gotten like 6 EXs in like 10 packs crossing from Dark Explorer to Plasma, which is not too shabby at all. Did I need these online? I think I did. Your redemption was successful. We're going to give you an EX on the next pack because the person talking to the camera said so. And by camera, I mean microphone. Nothing fantastic. What do I have here?
Lasers.
Laser, I'm up to 12. These have no value to me whatsoever anymore unless people want to trade for them. In case you're actually having trouble pulling lasers. What do I have here? Plasma energy. What is it? 15. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm like good to go on the basics. Ether, Beartic. They're talking about tournament keys in the chat. I have no idea what that even means. Alright, there we go. So that brings my total up to 3. I'm actually borrowing 2 of them from Skipper though. So only one of those is mine. But I'll try to use a deck with those in the near future. It's not too bad. It's like 3 EXs in like...
This is the best we've done, opening plasma
yeah,
packs.
like 16 packs.
Look at that, another laser?
Doing pretty good. Watch the instant we said that, it's all gonna go to shit. I shouldn't have said anything. Oh, I've got 3 of those now. I don't...
Plasma clings?
Yeah, that means I have 1 up for trade now, assuming I don't have a reverse hollow one.
You should be running 3-1 anyways, not 2-2.
Oh, dude, 2-2's fine.
No, I like 3-1 better.
Really?
Yeah.
What happens when that shift gear one is prized then?
Oh, well.
I've had the hardest time pulling these, and I don't understand why. But whatever.
It's better than not being able to get your plasmas one out soon enough.
Oh, there we go. I've lost all right to complain about that too. Pulled 2 back to back. What do I have here? Dual Armor Lucario. I tried running Kling Klang and Lucario. That didn't really work out. There's a reason Cobalion's popular. What do I have here? Escape Rope, Plasma
Poopy.
Energy. Poop. Lots of poop.
Poop.
Still some more poop. Oh, I got a victory piece.
With the Victini.
So that's not bad.
That is
I was
so sparkly. Like, you can't even see the car. You're like,
hello?
Let me just,
Jesus. I feel like they have animations, like, enabled twice on this or something. Because that's a lot. That's way too shiny. We need to calm it down a little bit, guys. But yeah, I can definitely give Skipper back one of those victory pieces. Unless he has extras. What do I have here? Nothing. Dowsing machine? Or scramble switch? Scramble switch would be awesome.
I need a scramble switch.
I believe I have 1 for myself. If I get another one, it's yours. I think... Oh, I need a scramble switch in real life is what I need.
Yeah.
Nothing there. No. Tournament is available. Just hold down the power button. It's the code to get in.
Oh my gosh.
Someone's gonna exit and then just come in and just be like, "Oh, I hate you so much."
At least it'll like filter out the dumbs.
Yeah. Photo finish?
For real. It's like,
Jesus,
no.
I should not have said anything. That was...
Ending with America.
Wow, that was disappointing.
We got a Cobalion, though.
That's true. We got a Cobalion, we got a Victini, which was the stuff that I'd never actually pulled at all. I had to get it traded from people. Actually, no, I lied. I got that one Cobalion from earlier. So that kind of brings my EX total up to 3. I don't remember. Anyways, that was an opening. That wasn't too bad. I'd say I'm overall okay with that. Got some interesting EXs that I didn't already have before. And, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to put this by itself or I'm going to put it with a battle, but I knew I wanted to record it. So there's that. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye. What's up? I'm back with a new deck. This is Landorus Lugia Lasers, also known as LL Cool L in my book. I'm trying to explain the thought process behind this deck. Landorus hits for 30 damage for 1 energy, 30 on one, 30 on another. So if you can get Landorus out, it will be, you know, just 2 turns of hammerheading. It'll bring any EX, you know, barring Eviolite, down to like 120 to the point where Lugia can clean it up. And then at that point, you really only need to knock out 2 EXs to win the game with Lugia. And the idea is just to set up damage with Landorus or Bouffalant. Bouffalant is a nice complement to this deck because Bouffalant's Goldbreaker will bring just about anything below 120 in 1 hit. I mean, if it's an EX, it does more to EXs anyway, so it'll leave it with 60. If it's just like a big basic, I think the only thing it can't bring it down to below 120 in 1 hit is like Wailord or something like that. But I mean, other than that, you're fine. So anyway, I got 2 games for you guys right here. I just kind of set them up back to back. So as you can see, I'm playing a Rate Eels deck. Nothing really new there, but I'm going to go ahead and computer search the energy search and energy, if I'm not mistaken, get myself a Landorus, and I want to start attacking early. But in order to not miss out on the energy attachment, I'm just going to go ahead and go for the Colress Machine on my Lugia as well. So now we're sitting at 1 energy apiece on the field. It's not too bad, and I played out my entire hand, so I get to Juniper myself out for a new one. So I'm debating whether or not I want a Hammerhead. I didn't actually get a catcher because I would have liked to have knocked out one of those Tynamos. But at the very least, I can do 60 to his Zekrom, and then I'm going to force him to evolve one of these guys immediately. Otherwise, it's going to get knocked out. So odds are he's probably got the means to get one of these things set up in his hand already, you know, like an Ultra Ball, or he's got a supporter or something like that. I don't think he would have played down both of them if he didn't have a means to evolve at least one of them on the spot. Plus, he saw my opening hand. I think he might have seen a Fighting Energy in there as well. I mean, with Colress Machine DCE, it's fairly obvious I'm playing Lando Lugia. I mean, yeah. So anyway, he's just going to opt to Dragon Burst for 120. He didn't get the extra attachment on that one. Desku. The thing I could do here is I could put a DCE on Lugia and then go ahead and Colress Machine, which bypasses the regular 1 energy attachment a turn because it's part of an item card. So I got 2 Plasma Energies on this guy. I've also got an Escape Rope, which is very nice. It's going to force him to go out to something else other than Rayquaza, which will get knocked out. Now, that was my original Plan A battle plan, but I figured the best thing I can do here is I can put Rayquaza to sleep, set it up as well in case he wants to retreat out to it later. And because I do have Veerbank up, the 30 from Hammerhead and the 30 from Lasers is actually going to set it up. And it turns out that he can't, he's still asleep. His last card was a Colress, so he gets a Colress for 4. I have a Colress as well. I'm kind of hoping he sets down some more Pokemon. Other than that, so that way I can Colress for more, but I mean, if he doesn't, that's fine. I've already set up the field for Lugia to claim a knockout. Plus, I have a DCE and another Plasma Energy in hand. So everything's going peachy as long as the thing doesn't take any damage. So on top of that, he still stayed asleep. Not that it really matters because it would have flipped between turns anyway, and I would have had something to respond. Right here, I kind of lagged because I was like, I'm debating whether or not I actually want to Escape Rope out into Lugia. Turns out I get the switch instead, and I do run, I think, like 3 switches into Escape Rope, so it's whatever. I would have gotten it eventually. But if I got the Escape Rope, I would have forced it out into something else. I'm glad I got the switch, because that means by knocking out Rayquaza, thanks to Overflow on Lugia, the ability is when you knock out a Pokemon with the attack, you do get to take 1 more prize card. So by knocking out an EX, half the game is mine. So all you need to do is knock out 2 EXs to win, and it's really not hard with this deck at all. It's actually very cool. Now, the one thing I am worried about is him putting down another Zekrom, loading it up, and then just knocking me out with the Bolt Strike. But I think he opts to computer search for something else other than that. I think he's going to get a switch to be able to Dynamotor and Outrage. Lugia does have an electric weakness, so if he builds this up and somehow has a, I guess another switch in hand or like a, I don't know, a DCE, that would kind of work out for him as well. I think he does get another way to put it into the active. That, or he was just, I think this last card in his hand is a Juniper, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, 7 cards, he got pretty good odds of hitting something you're going to need, even though he doesn't get, he already used his computer search the turn before, I think, or earlier this turn, whatever. Anyway, he's just playing out the cards in his hand, you know, let him do his own thing. And then it turns out he drew a switch. So he can Outrage for 80, but because of my weakness, it is 160. It's kind of scary, but what I can do here is I can Escape Rope, go out into my Landorus, but before that I'm going to set down a Bouffalant, so that way I actually have the option to, you know, pick. If he's going to go out into his Rayquaza, then I'm probably going to go out into Bouffalant. But since he went out to Eel, I'm just going to go out into Landorus and get an extra, or just get a Hammerhead on it for the knockout, because it's already got 30 damage on it. So I can do that. I'm actually going to set another 30 on the Rayquaza in order to be able to just knock it out that much quicker, especially because I do have a laser in hand. So the game is basically mine at this point, because he can only knock out one of my Pokemon. In any way, shape, or form, I've already got this. So if he wants a Dragon Burst and Catcher in my Lugia, I can just go into Bouffalant and then just Gold Breaker him and Laser for the knockout. If he tries to knock out Bouffalant, I still have Lugia, and I can just go ahead and Escape Rope out into it and knock out anything other than the Rayquaza for the knockout. And if he wants to knock out Bouffalant, then I still have Lugia. As long as I have Lugia or Bouffalant alive, that's fine, especially because I do still have the energy. So I'm just going to go ahead and Laser and Gold Breaker, which is going to do 122 in EX, the 30 at the end of the turn, thanks to the Veer Bank is going to go ahead and clean out the Rayquaza, and that's going to be a quick game, just kind of showing how it works. Last 2 prizes were N and Random Receiver, didn't really need them, and that last button is a glitch. That's supposed to be Edit Deck. I was playing at a weird time when lobbies were down, which is exactly how I like my opponents, shutting up and not sassing me at all. But I'm playing a second guy right here by the name of Tiptop 1987. This guy had an interesting deck. It was all normal, with the exception of like one non-normal Pokemon. Now, the thing with normal decks, you can run any energy you want. It was kind of a just direct thing that clued me into what kind of other Pokemon he was going to have in this deck. Because pure normal, not the best. I would venture as to say kind of the, no, not even necessarily the worst. I mean, I've seen a lot worse decks, but the premise behind this deck was really interesting, and I really liked fighting this guy. But he had a Togepi and a Skitty. I was like, what the shit is this? No, what is going on here? So he goes for Yawn. It automatically puts me to sleep, but I do have to flip for coins between turns. And I'm just going to go ahead and Skyla, if I'm not mistaken. I can get anything I want off of this. I think I opt to get an Ultra Ball, just so that way I can get something else on the field and then just Escape Rope out to it. I'm feeling like a Bouffalant is going to be a good thing to have here. I don't want the Lugia getting trapped in here and then just like getting put to sleep or whatever. So I'm going to Ultra Ball away a Chorus and a Chorus Machine. Now is not the time to be setting up Lugia. I'd much rather be setting up something else. And I'm just going to go ahead and set down said Bouffalant. I don't Escape Rope? Okay. Well, I don't know why I honestly captured in Skitty. It was kind of a silly play to make there, but I guess I just didn't want to be put to sleep anymore. But Togekiss's ability is, as long as it's your active Pokemon, whenever your opponent plays an item card from their hand, prevent the effects to any of your Pokemon. So I can't Laser, I can't Catcher, I can't Escape Rope, I can't really do anything at all. So Nick just sent me a Skype. I'm definitely have to look into what that is immediately after, but I'm going to go ahead and Juniper away the rest of my hand, see what I can get. I do get a Lugia, but I'm not going to do anything with it just yet. I opt to just build up Landorus because he's got a bunch of normal Pokemon. So, what did I do there? How did I draw that extra card? Oh no, I probably just attached. Whatever, I'm not paying too much attention. I want to see what Nick is Skyping me with. But, like I said, I can't Escape Rope to scramble out any Pokemon, so he's just getting set up back there until I can take out this Togekiss. And you can see by the HP increase on everything normal, he just put down an Aspersia Gym, meaning that the Togekiss has 160 HP. His Bouffalant has an Eviolite with 120. Not particularly threatening, but it is going to be a little bit difficult to take down. So I'm looking at my hand and I'm like, do I really want to get like anything off of this? I think I already attached my energy for the turn. I think that was the plasma energy, so I'm just going to go ahead and N out. That's fine if he had any plans for anything going on there. Set down another Bouffalant as well, which gets another 20 HP. I'm like, might as well. I'm running it. Let's go for it. So get a fighting energy off of that, and that's it. I can't do anything if I can't use items on my opponent. So he sets down another Togepi. Basically, these are just out just so you can get set up in the background. I'm looking at what Delcatty does, and it's just an energy accelerator, and it does 30 damage as well. It's no Victini EX, but it works out all right. I mean, it's a normal Pokemon, so you can put it in any deck if you really want to. It's a quick way to get set up, sort of, but that's an attack, not an ability, which is kind of the important thing to note here. So I'm going to go ahead and use a Colress machine just to have the Lugia ready to go, and I still really can't do anything because none of my other Pokemon are set up. So I think the thing I'm going to want to do right now is set up a Bouffalant because it does have the Boofer ability. This N was actually pretty nice because I do get a DCE and a fighting energy off of it. But I want to set up the Bouffalant because it's going to die the slowest from returns and Rocky Helmet. So he's also got a Druddigon in here. He could run that with Rough Skin and Rocky Helmet. There's an Ace Bet coming out where if you attack it, it does 60 damage instead of 20, which is nuts. But I don't really think anyone's going to run it. I just figured I would mention that just because the whole Rough Skin Rocky Helmet thing is going to be like, oh god, it's a lot of damage. But I think I Colressed out right there. Yeah, it seems about right. So I could Veer Bank if I really wanted to, but a couple of my Pokemon benefit from it too. As long as Aspersia's in play, my Bouffalant is going to survive that much longer against his Togekiss, but his Togekiss is going to survive. Kind of the same thing too. So I'm noticing that I drew a Plasma Energy. It's really tempting to put it down on the Bouffalant, but I opted just put down another DCE on it in case I do want to retreat that one. I can just pay the 2 retreat cost, and then that's fine. Then that way all I need is just one more energy attachment for the next turn. That, and I don't want to waste a Plasma Energy placement. So I'm not feeling Colress. I'm just going to go ahead and scramble out his hand a little bit because he keeps drawing into 6 anyway, so it's not like it really has too much of a benefit. But I'm going to do 60 because he's not an EX. I just want to set it up for a Lugia knockout just to be able to, you know, do that thing. But he has a Goldbreaker Bouffalant on the bench too, which is kind of something that's really scaring me. If I knock out his Togekiss with Lugia, I'm going to be left with 10 HP after the Rocky Helmet damage and the Goldbreaker, and I believe, yeah, after the return and the Rocky Helmet and all the others. Actually, no, he wouldn't attack me. I'm thinking of something else that happens later in the game, if I'm not mistaken. But take some Rough Skin damage right there, and he is at the point where he's going to die at the end of the turn if he doesn't retreat. The other thing he could do here is, I believe... Okay, this was a good play. I'm actually a really big fan of this play because he sets it up so that way he goes for the clutch. I think that does... Okay, so that does 60. I'm left at 120 HP, so it gives him a follow-up. So he knows that there's absolutely no way I can knock out this Bouffalant in one shot. But because I put down Veerbank, the extra HP is gone for him. And it only suppresses 20 damage, or it suppresses 40 with Eviolite. So what the thing is here is Plasmagale does 80, but the poison finishes him off at the end of the turn. So I don't get the extra prize from it, but it could be knocked out if I really want to go for that. The thing is, though, I don't. So I'd much rather go into Landorus and then just go for a Hammerhead, get some damage on that and get some more damage on the Togekiss because it's going to be a little annoying. That, and it has the resistance, so I might as well. He can Goldbreaker here, which is something that also kind of scares me as well. But Veerbank is in play. I think he's going to die at the end of my next turn, so he might not want to attack. So he just decides to go into Togekiss. That's fine. I also make a little bit of a miscalculation. No, wait, no, I don't. No, I don't. I said that in my last take of this narration, too. That the Land's Judgment is not going to knock him out owing to his resistance, and I honestly thought that Aspersia was in play for a second there. I said in like all 3 takes of this narration, but I finally caught it on this one. Land's Judgment is going to get cut down to 60 if I go for the little one, but he's already got 90 damage on him, so that is going to be a knockout by 10 HP. So I can finally start using item cards again, unless he gets another Togekiss in play. Get a Skyla, not that this is really crucial. I mean, I could bring in something else and then just knock it out with Lugia. If anything, I could knock out this Bouffalant with Lugia right now if I really wanted to. But if he goes for the Gold Breaker right now, I'm gonna be left with 10 HP. The cool thing here is he does have something else in his deck. He has a Darkrai to give everything in his deck free retreat. For now, he's going to go into Skitty to accelerate to Darkrai and also set me up for a Gold Breaker knockout. Now, the thing is, though, I have a Catcher and Laser in hand. He doesn't have Togekiss anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and do this little number right here, which is go for the Land's Judgment, which is going to do 160 owing to weakness, and then the laser damage thanks to Veerbank is going to finish him off at the end of the turn, claiming me 2 prizes. So that Darkrai came and like disappeared as quickly as it came. So there's 160 and then just bam, gone. Don't set down Darkrai around a fully charged Landorus, because that shit happens. Bouffalant is going to come in and Gold Breaker me regardless. I could have gone for Big Land's Judgment just for style points. I'm going to lose the fighting energy at the end of my turn anyway if I take that knockout. But, you know, I'm still 2 prizes ahead, so I'm not even complaining. Right here, I think I can get the knockout with Plasma Gale, so I'm just going to go for it. And that does 80, and thanks to Overflow, I will take 2 prizes instead of 1, and that's going to be the game. So I took like 5 games. These were the 2 that I found the most interesting, I suppose. But yeah, that's a thing. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you can definitely leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe, and do your thing. And I'll come back at you guys with another TCGO video on Thursday. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys later. Bye.